just want to say happy 4th of July to my father who couldn't be here. Um, yeah. Get over here! I see running. I want to say happy 4th of July to my father because I miss him so much. I can just remember, you know, my last time with him. It was my sister's birthday and it was at a bar. I think it was a bar because me and my sister are well, I think all of his girls are daddy's girls, but my little sister Deasia, she's not daddy girl. But yeah, we loved our daddy. And all these cars, right? Most of the cars riding past remind me of my dad's car. You know, I never paid attention, but it's standing out more and more to me. Get over here! So yeah, um, I was just sitting here thinking. I forgot what I was thinking about, but I was more so thinking about. Get over here! I was thinking about. You ever felt like you wanted to run away? Run away from your situation, run away from everything, and like, just think, how would it be to just be without everything? You know, run away from people, run away from situations, and just get away from it all and think, like, would you be at peace away from it all? You can really just be out here, where there's no influences, there's nobody to influence you or manipulate you or make you feel as though, get out the street! Make you feel as though you have to do something that you don't want to. What the heck is this? Get over here! You ain't tell me you was coming. Oh. Make you feel as though you don't wanna do, like, I don't know, you just wanna. Hello Z, how are you? And then there was this song I was listening to, and it was like, I just want to see you lose control. We all constrain ourselves to the point where we feel like we can't lose control, but we really want to. Like, something in me just wants to just let it all go. Like, I just want to let everything go, let it all go, and just, get to the bottom of what I actually feel. And I want to just drop all of this skin and just be like, this is me. I want to run around in how I actually feel. I want to be out here and feel the way I actually feel, and I feel angry. You know, because honestly, if you want to be honest, I feel like it was all because of people. It's because of people. You know, people are the reason why he's not here today. Not yet. People are the reason why my dad is not here today. You know, he didn't get a chance. I was telling him about my disability and stuff when I was on disability, and I was trying to help him because he didn't even know about disability. Maybe if he got that disability, then he could have took better care of himself. He was always getting into fights with people because of how he felt, and they never gave him a chance to really communicate about how he actually felt. But he was angry, you know? He was angry inside. He couldn't let go. He couldn't really speak about how he felt. He was holding a lot in and bottled up inside, and every chance he had to really explain himself, nobody would listen, you know? And I miss him. It's like I can see all the places and how. Because he was here, you know? He was here. And the places we used to go to, he's not there. The places we used to go to, I can remember us being there. I was insecure. And you saw his comment, baby. I wish he can just pop up, you know. Not how people say they can see ghosts. How people say they can see ghosts. I wish that he would be right here and he can just show up and I can just give him a hug and he can tell me it's okay. But I still, that would make me feel any, even if I was to see him one last time, even if I want him to stay forever. I want him to stay here with me. I want him to leave. You know? Hello. Sometimes I wonder if I would have left, and if I didn't leave Akron, would he still today? Like, did I make a difference when I left? Because it surprised him. He was surprised when I leave, and you know, I don't know. A part of me was mad at him because he always, he always used to talk about how he needed some type of closure with my sister. He needed to talk, with my sister about, how, like, give basically her to listen to him or get some forgiveness. Just get her to understand. He wanted her to hear him. So, but yeah, I used to be angry at him because I was like, But yeah, I used to be angry at him because I was like, I'm here, I'm right here. Like, why are you so focused on her? Why does she matter so much? Why does it matter? But that's his daughter too. And if he needs some type of closure with her, he can keep trying and trying and trying. And that's the thing. Like, he kept seeing her. She kept going over to his house. And I was just like, cool, they getting closer. But that's what we all want to feel. When we see two people getting close and they working out their issues or they, getting that connection, building that connection or the relationship that they never had, it's just like, okay, cool, they doing it. But honestly, I was angry because it's just like, why can't you see that she's never going to change? Why can't you see that she's never going to understand that she never actually, she doesn't care? You can talk to us and we can care about the situation and we can understand and we can listen to you. But you can listen to her and it's like talking to a brick wall. It's like, why are you wasting your energy on her? She's not going to care. She doesn't care. And every time he tried to talk to her, it's like he was banging his head against a brick wall and he was like he was banging his head against a brick wall talking to her. And it just made me angry because she let him do it. She just let him keep banging his head on her brick wall. And she just let him. She just kept going over there, antagonizing him, and that's how, what I say. That's how I feel about it. It's like you went over there and let him keep hurting himself, trying to talk to you, and you do not care, and you're draining his energy, trying to get through to you. And it's just like you was over there for what? To hurt him even more. Like, I was just listening to the song Hurt People, and he makes so much sense. He was hurting himself trying to get through to her, and she let him. You drained him. You was the reason. You know? Why couldn't you just walk away from the situation? Just let him be. If you wasn't going to listen, just walk away from him. You know? Let him get peace on his own. Because having you there, having a person there that's not actually listening to you, that actually means something. If somebody's with you and they want you to listen to them, you listen to them. Because if they're not getting through to you, and and like, even if they feel like you're listening, eventually it'll reveal itself to you that later on that they're not listening. It will be, I don't know. It's just like, if you don't listen to someone, it'll be known. That person will know that you won't listen to them. It's just something about the energy, you know, when you're with someone but they're not actually listening. You can tell that person's not listening. Therefore, they're going to keep continuing to continue on, but you keep talking to you until you listen to them. And he knew that she wasn't listening to him, but he constantly tried to get through to her. He kept trying to break down that wall. He kept trying to, break down her wall to get her to listen, and he wouldn't listen, and she wouldn't listen. You know, I was mad at him for constantly trying with her and hurting himself trying to get through to her, and I was mad at her because she wouldn't listen to him, and she kept stressing him out because he wanted her to listen and he couldn't, and she wouldn't listen. I was mad at both of them. you know. But I love my dad. I love my dad, and I miss him. But that's how I feel about the situation. Grab the camera. Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry. Happy 4th of July to you too. Good evening to you. Thank you, Cats for Life. Hello, Zen, Silent. Yeah, I don't know. Yesterday was my birthday. Happy birthday to you. I just felt like I should say happy 4th of July. I just wanted to say happy 4th of July to my dad. That's all I got on here for. I just want to say happy 4th of July to him. You know, let it be known that I miss him and I'm nothing without him. You know, and I can get down on myself to the point where, I can take myself so low. I can become that person to just let it all go and lash out. And honestly, I would say, if I did not have my son, y'all, if I did not have my son with me, that's what I'm saying. My son is my savior. He's my guardian. Even if you feel like you're supposed to be your child's guardian, your child is also your guardian, because where would you be if you did not have that responsibility of being there for you, for your child? Sorry. For upbringing your child, for raising your child. What would you be if you did not have that responsibility? If you wasn't to be held accountable for another life, for raising another life, where would you be? Can you honestly answer that? What would y'all be? Because honestly, The fact that I lost my dad, if my son was not here, knowing that my daughter is well taken care of, I would most likely be out here drinking my life away in memory of him because he was an alcoholic, and I don't judge him. I don't judge nobody that do drugs. If anything, you judge the world. You hold the world accountable for having that out here and making our lives a living hell, and keeping this substance around that'll chain our lives, be a chain on our lives that we never even knew would be some sort of chain on our lives. you know these drugs is linked to them. They control us through their substances. If anything, I would blame the world for that. But if my dad had passed and I did not have my son with me, I would be drinking my life away because I know that his last breath was taken away by alcohol, a drink. That's where his last breath went to. And me, honestly, I will go to the ends of the earth for the ones that I love. I will follow you down that path. Everything that took your life away, everything that had an impact on your life, everything that you fought through or went through while you were existing on this earth, I will go to the ends of the earth for you. I will go down that path of what you was drinking, whatever you was drinking, what took your last breath. I'm going and getting that same exact bottle. If you was doing crack or cocaine, to point me to the person that gave you that same exact bag that took your life, because I'm gonna go and get that same exact bag, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Because whatever took your life away, I know that's where that piece of you is out there, and I'm gonna need that piece. I'm gonna need every piece of you that took you away from me. I want to have that same exact experience, because those are pieces of you that I will take. Those are pieces of you that I want to have in my experience, because I know it was in your experience. And that's just how I feel. If I did not have my son, that's how it would be. I don't care about nothing else. I want every piece of you that I can get. Every piece of you that I can get. I don't care what I gotta go through. That's why I said I will be out here. Because nothing in this world means nothing. Everything means nothing except your loved ones. Because you are a part of your loved ones. You want your experience. You want your experience to be with your loved ones. You know? And my dad was a big part of my life, and without my son, I wouldn't be able to go through it. I wouldn't be here today. I probably wouldn't be here today, and if I was, I wouldn't be, in the light. I would be somewhere in the dark, somewhere in the shadow, just like contemplating the reasons why, trying to figure it out. You know, I would be somewhere just grieving my life away, just grieving and grieving and grieving. You know, when someone that has a big impact on your life is taken away from you, you want to go with that person. You know, I would love to be with my father. I would be with my father. If they gonna take you away from me, I'm gonna go with you. It's a death call. Don't quote me on that, but that's just how I feel. You know, my dad was the one that listened to me. He was the one that got me the most. And if we was crazy together. He understood me. He listened. That's all I wanted. And I listened to him. Even if they call him crazy, because they call him crazy too. I still listen to him. I'm gonna listen to him. I don't care what nobody said. You know, you got something to say? But yeah, twerk, terp. What the heck is that? Hi, hi. The first one was hi, yo. Sorry for what had happened to you. Thank you, Sahal. I'm so sorry. You're 26. The satisfaction experience. I got really high. Oh, when your birthday you got high. So yeah, I just want to come on here and say happy 4th of July. My phone about to go dead. Internet on this phone. I'm on my hotspot, so this phone about to go dead. So I won't be able to be on this phone. So um, I will see y'all next time. And happy 4th of July to everybody. No, everybody, happy 4th of July to y'all. Um, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all next time. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all support. And I will see y'all next time. Bye. Up top.